Very good evening and a very warm welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Savindri Jawardana. Let's look at the top stories for the day. Government is making every possible effort to avoid any worst scenario on economy, Minister Rambukkala asserts. Sri Lanka Airlines has been awarded with Diamond Standard by the Airline Passengers Experience Association. News in detail. Cabinet spokesman Minister Rambukkala admits that the government is aware about the financial risk which the country may face in the next year. Speaking to the journalists virtually this morning, Minister Rambukkala added that the government is always discussing and making plans to avoid any negative outcomes.
සංචිත ගැන අපි වැඩි අවධානයකින් ඉන්නේ. මොකද හේතුව අපේ තියෙනවා ණය වාරික ගණනාවක් ගෙවන්න බිලියනයක් ගෙවන්න තියෙනවා මම හිතන්නේ ලබන මාස 26 වෙනකොට මගේ මතකයේ හැටියට අවුරුද්ද අවසාන වෙනකොට තියෙනවා. එතකොට අපේ දැන් තිබෙන සංචිතයන් බිලියන 4.5ක් පමණ තියෙන්නේ අපේ රත්තරන් තියෙන ප්‍රමාණයත් එක්ක. ඒ නිසා අපිට එහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව නෙමෙයි. අපි මේ ප්‍රශ්නය සම්බන්ධව නිරන්තරයෙන් සාකච්ඡා කරනවා. ඒ විශ්න ගන්න වැඩපිළිවෙල ගණනාවක් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඔබතුමා කියන කතාව. හැබැයි අපි ඒ කියන රතු තත්ත්වෙට නෑ. හැබැයි අපි අවධානය බහැර කරලා නැහැ. ඒ අවදාන සම්බන්ධව අපේ අවධානය මාස තුනක අපේ සංචිතය දැනට තියෙනවා නැතුව නෙමෙයි. මාස 3කට ඇති. හැබැයි මේක පවත්වාගෙන යාම අභියෝගයක්. මොකද හේතුව ලෝකයේම තියෙන පීඩනයන් අපේ ප්‍රධාන ආදායම් මාර්ග ගණනාවක් වැහැරලා තියෙන වෙලාවක විශේෂයෙන්ම විදේශ විනිමය. දැන් උදාහරණයක් ගත්තොත් ඇඟලුම් කර්මාන්තේ අපිට 123යි අපිට ඍජුව ලැබෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම අපේ විදේශ සේවා 65ක් විතර අපිට ඍජු ලැබෙනවා. හැබැයි අපේ පෙට්‍රෝලියම් බිල අපිට සාමාන්‍ය යන ඒවා අත්‍යවශ්‍ය ආහාර භාණ්ඩ ඒවැය තියෙන අවශ්‍යතාවයක් තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔබතුමන කියන රතු තත්ත්වයට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. හැබැයි අපි ඒ සම්බන්ධව අවධානය යොමු කරන එවැනි තත්ත්වයකට නොඑන්න වග බැලලා ගැනීමේ වැඩපිළිවෙළවල් මේ වෙනකොට ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා.
The National Operations Center for the Prevention of the COVID-19 outbreak had decided to temporarily ban passengers from Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Bahrain and Kuwait. Cabinet spokesman Minister Rambukkala adds that the decision was taken temporarily as a quick measure to control the spread of the COVID-19 virus in the country.
We have already brought about over 200,000, whatever the cry, public cry about, we have brought over 200,000 people already. We continue to do so, but suddenly we find that the numbers are increasing. And there is also another part of the other side of the coin is that the general public is also blaming us that you are bringing all these people, right, who are infected. And we are doing nothing. So we need to sort of look into it seriously, and it's a temporary measure for the moment. Yesterday we took this decision based on the figures that was given to us at the cabinet. Well, I think this is a concern that we need to bring them, but also we need to also look at the health sectors in Sri Lanka as to how, because now because by this coming month, we will have 6.5 million vaccines coming in, right? So we are looking at completely within the next 2-3 months to vaccinate 65 to 70% of the population. Now, in spite of it, if we have people coming in, with various variants, like, say Indian, Delta, we need to be cautious because it is in the best interest of the citizens of this country that we have taken temporary that decision.
Dwelling upon the same issue, Cabinet spokesman Rambukkala says that with over 100 COVID-positive patients being reported from arrivals from the Middle East, the government was compelled to enforce the temporary travel ban mechanism. Minister Rambukkala also said that government will look into the matter and introduce a system in bringing back Sri Lankans stranded overseas to the country.
Banning passengers, in fact, a decision was taken yesterday. Because yesterday, out of the people who came, 110 was positive. So we have a concern now because from the other end, whatever the PCRs they supposed to have done and given the certificates, is a question of validity of those. Because with a 3 hours or a 3.5 hours flight, when you land here, when you find numbers like 100 plus, then of course it is a concern. So as a temporary measure, we have stopped it, but we will look into the larger part of it, larger story of it as to how. But certain airlines, I don't want to mention names, certain airlines, definitely we have not found anybody. But on certain airlines, we find this. There should be some room for some investigation, and there is a necessity for us to investigate into it.
Stay tuned for more news right after this break.
Unlimited nammitin SLT Mobitel Unlimited Internet. හැමෝටම ෆිට වෙන හෝම් සහ මොබයිල් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් පැකේජ් පෙළක්. හුරු වෙන්න අපේ Unlimited Internet වලට. SLT Mobitel එකම එක සැබඳියාව. ජාතික ලොතරැයි මණ්ඩලයේ පාරිභෝගික ඔබ වෙත කෙරෙන විශේෂ නිවේදනයයි. ජයග්‍රාහී ටිකට් පත් වළංගු වන්නේ දිනුම් අදින ලද දින සිට මාස 6ක් පමණි. යන නියමයට අදාළ මාස 6ක කාලය ගණනය කරනුයේ සංචරණ සීමා පැන වූ දිනයන් බැහැර කරමිනි. එයට අමතරව තවත් දින 14ක සහන කාලයක් ඔබේ ජයග්‍රාහී ටිකට් පත ඉදිරිපත් කිරීම සඳහා ලැබේ. ජාතික ලොතරැයි මණ්ඩලය. දැන් නිවසේ සිටම ආරක්ෂාකාරීව පහසුවෙන් SLT Mobitel හෝම් බිල්පත් ගනුදෙනු සිදු කරන්න ඔබට පුළුවන්. MySLT ඇප් එක හරහා SLT Mobitel වෙබ් අඩවියෙන් බිල්පතේ QR කේතියෙන් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් බැංකින් හා බැංකින් ඇප් මගින් ඔබේ ආරක්ෂාව වෙනුවෙන් වගකීම් ඉටු කරන SLT Mobitel එකම එක සබැදියාව.
Welcome back after the break. A total of 1,890 COVID-19 patients were detected yesterday in the country and 41 deaths were confirmed by the Director General of Health yesterday, which had occurred on Sunday. The Health Promotion Bureau states that 1,890 cases were identified after conducting 18,008 PCR tests island-wide. More than 255,000 persons have tested for COVID-19 in Sri Lanka to date. The patients detected yesterday include 1,850 persons from the New Year cluster, and the cumulative patient count has risen to 248,119. The number includes 153,414 individuals from the New Year cluster, 82,785 individuals from the Paliaguda cluster, 701 individuals from the prisons cluster, and 3,059 individuals from the Dulapitiya cluster. At present, only the New Year and prisons clusters are active. In terms of district distribution, 378 cases were from Kalutara and another 344 cases were from Gampaha. The Colombo district reported only 271 patients yesterday, while 84 and 71 cases were reported from Matara and Gaul respectively. At present, 31,315 persons are undergoing medical treatment and hospitals have under observation 1,094 persons suspected of having COVID-19. The epidemiology unit states that 2,251 persons were discharged from hospitals yesterday, bringing the country's COVID-19 recoveries to 221,249. The Hotels Association of Sri Lanka laments that the tourism in Sri Lanka may not return to pre-pandemic levels until December 2022. Accordingly, the Hotels Association yesterday renewed its cry for urgent restructuring and rescheduling of tourism-related debt worth 350 billion rupees. Sri Lanka tourism fared best in 2018 with 2.33 million arrival earnings over $4.3 billion. In 2019, earnings dipped to $3.6 billion and 1.9 million arrivals due to Easter Sunday attacks, and further to $0.7 billion and 507,704 arrivals due to COVID pandemic. Since the reopening of borders in late January after a near 10-month COVID-induced closure, over 18,000 tourists have arrived. The central bank earning this month said estimated earnings from tourism in the first 4 months of this year to be at $19 million, substantially low in comparison to $682 million earned in the first 4 months of the last year, which was the tail end of which saw the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Hotels Association of Sri Lanka urges the government and the central bank to respond now and to take a proactive approach to the emerging debt crisis before it is too late. Accordingly, the Hotels Association suggests an interest forgiveness and waiver program where all accrued and capitalized interest on tourism debt from April 2019 until December 2022 is waived by the government. They also seek a debt restructuring program where all outstanding debt is restructured and reprofiled with up to a 10-year repayment period on a low interest rate. Not only that, they further request an extension of the debt moratorium where all tourism debt repayment is frozen until December 2022. Sri Lankan Airlines, the national flag carrier of Sri Lanka, has been awarded Diamond Standard by the Apex Health Safety, or rather known as Airline Passenger Experience Association. Having previously been awarded the Platinum Standard in January 2021, the airline was recognized for the extra safety measures and comprehensive hygiene precautions taken since the onset of the global pandemic. Sri Lankan Airlines is the first airline in South Asia to receive the Diamond accreditation, the highest possible rating attainable based on the evaluation of a 58-point checklist. The airline achieved the Diamond Standard with numerous criteria being revived related to the health safety of passengers being the focal point of the journey, including a touch-free check-in process and implementation of physical distancing. In addition, all Sri Lankan aircraft are disinfected before every flight and equipped with the most advanced high-efficiency particulate air filtration systems on board. The cabin air is refreshed every 2 to 3 minutes throughout the flight. Furthermore, the airline's medical center prioritizes addressing the needs related to the COVID-19 pandemic by proactively engaging with local health authorities. Sri Lankan Airlines achieved a milestone with its vaccination drive, inoculating more than 90% of its flight crew, supporting the path towards global travel recovery. The airline offers passengers neighbor-free seating, which provides customers with generous leg room and more space to relax during the flight. Also, it benefits concerned travelers by enabling passengers to block seats around them, providing an effective solution for social distancing on board. Stay tuned for more news right after this break.
දැන් නිවසේ සිටම ආරක්ෂාකාරීව පහසුවෙන් SLT Mobitel home bill පත් ගනුදෙනු සිදු කරන්න ඔබට පුළුවන්. MyCity app එක හරහා SLT Mobitel web අඩවියෙන් බිල්පතේ QR එකකින් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් බැංකින් හා බැංකින් app මගින් ඔබේ ආරක්ෂාව වෙනුවෙන් වගකීම් ඉටු කරන SLT Mobitel එකම එක සබැදියාව.
මේ දවස්වල ඔබ ජීවිතේ නවතීවි කියා අනියත බියකින්ද ඈත ඉස්පිරිතාලයකට වඩා ගෙයි ස්තූපුව වටිනවා. හුස්ම පිඹින යන්ත්‍රයකට වඩා හුස්ම පරිස්සම් කරන මුඛාවරණයක් වටිනවා. ප්‍රතිකාරයට වඩා ප්‍රවේශම වටිනවා. නිතර දෑත් සෝදන්න. මුහුණ නිතර අතගන්න එපා. දුරින් ඇසුරු කරමු. නිවස අපේ ජීවිතේ නවාතැන කරගනිමු. ජීවිතේ සීනයට වාසනාවේ ආශිර්වාදය. NLB.
Unlimited නම් ඉතින් SLT Mobitel Unlimited Internet. හැමෝටම ෆිට වෙන හෝම් සහ මොබයිල් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් පැකේජ් පෙළක්. හුරු වෙන්න අපේ Unlimited Internet වලට. SLT Mobitel එකම එක සබැඳියාව.
Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The oil share price index dropped 21.20 points to close at 7,856.64, and the S&P SL20 dropped 34.82 points to close at 3,002.96. The turnover was 2.30 billion rupees and almost 60 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. And that's all news for today. See you tomorrow with State of Business at the usual time. Until then, take care and good night.